The third case under insertion in a doubly linked list is inserting a new node after a given node, which means after one particular node I want to insert a new node. Imagine that the number after which node, after the node 10 I want to insert a new node, new data element, which is 30. The data element which I want to insert is 30 after the data element 10. Data element 10 is here, data element 10 is here in the node AA, which means after the node AA I have to create one new node in which I want to insert a new data element, which is 30. Very first step is create a new node. With the 3 fields, previous field, data field and link field. Let's write the pseudocode. And the address of this is new node only. I think new node's data field can be directly filled, right? In the place of new node's data field, I can directly write the value which I want to insert, which is 30. 30 has been written. Now, after which data element I need to locate this new node? After the data element 10, I need to find, the next task is we are supposed to find out the node which is holding the data element 10. Directly we cannot identify, always as per the linked list rule we have to start from the start node only. To traverse I am going to use one pointer. Pointer is going to initially point the start variable. I am going to set my pointer equals to start, which means pointer, there is a new variable which is pointer. Pointer is going to point the start variable. Under the start address EE is there, so pointer is pointing the node EE. Next step is we have to, the main attempt is to find out the node which is holding the value 10, right? Use a loop, while loop, and the condition should be we are searching for the data, the node which is holding the data element 10, right? So, if any of the node, to refer each and every node we are going to use the variable pointer. If any of the nodes data field is having the value, the num is what, 10, having the value 10, we can stop traversing. If it is not equal to num, we have to increment the pointer. Pointer equals to pointer next. Let's check now. Check pointers data is 5, but the num is 10. We are looking for the data element 10. 5 is not equal to 10, so increment to the pointer. Pointer equal to pointers next. Pointers next is AA, which means in the next iteration pointer would be pointing the node AA. Check pointers data is equal to num. Yes, it is equal to num. If it is not equal only, you can increment the pointer. Since it is equal to number, the data element 10, it has to come out of the loop. After coming out of the loop, we can start making the changes now. What are all the fields we are supposed to fill now? New node's previous field needs to be filled, new node's next field needs to be filled, and pointers next field, and also DD's previous field needs to be filled. Why? Because we want to place this new node in between the node AA and DD. So, these are all the places we need to fill. AA's next field, DD's previous field, new node's previous field, as well as new node's next field. I think new node's previous field and next field can be filled directly. What should come in the place of new node's next field? Since I want to place it in between A and DD, new node's next field should have the address of DD. Where this DD is, in the place of pointers next DD is there, right? Shall I write like this? In the place of new node's next, pointers next should come. What is pointer next? Pointer is pointing AA. Check pointers next field, AA's next field, which is DD. So, I can write DD here. After executing the statement, in the place of new node's next field, pointers next field should come. Pointers, in pointers next DD is there, so I am writing DD here. After writing DD here, the forward connection between new node and DD would be enabled, right? Yes. Next is new node's previous field also can be filled directly. What should come in the place of new node's previous field? Here, new node's previous, which is going to act as the previous node to the new node, the node AA, right? Node AA is referred by the variable called pointer. Shall we write directly the pointer in the place of new node's previous field pointer? Pointer is pointing AA, so pointer equals to AA, I am writing in the place of new node's previous field pointer. After writing AA here, the backward connection between new node and AA would be enabled, right? Backward connection. Now the forward connection between AA and new node and backward connection between DD and new node needs to be enabled. Since I have written DD here, this AA and DD will AA and DD will no more connected in a forward direction. Sorry, because we haven't changed any of these places. Sorry, fine. Okay, so the backward connection between A and new node and the forward connection between new node and DD has been enabled. Now these two places we need to change. Yes, so to change, first we will change this place, new node's previous field, because to refer the node DD we don't have any separate variable. Only through this pointer variable only we are going to refer this place, DD's previous field. How this can be referred? We can write like this: pointers next is what? DD, and this place is what? DD's previous, right? This can be referred like this: pointers next previous. I'll write this side again: pointer next previous. Pointer next is what? In the place of pointers next, DD is there, which means DD's previous position. Where is DD? DD is here, DD's previous position is this one. In the place of DD's previous place, which means pointers next to previous place, what should come? The new node's address should come, so that the backward connection between DD and new node can be enabled, right? Write the address of new node. So now in the place of pointers next to previous, pointers next is DD, DD's previous field, we have to write the address of new node. Since new node's address has been written, this DD and AA will no more be connected in a backward, because in the DD's previous field only address of new node is there. So new node and DD should be connected now. So the backward connection between new node and DD has been enabled, and the next step is we have to change this place. Pointers AA's next field. In the place of AA's next field, AA is referred using the pointer. In the place of pointers next, what should come? The address of new node should come. Then only the forward connection between here new node address should come. Since new node has been written, these two will no more be connected. AA and DD will no more be connected. Now since new node has been written here, address of new node and AA would be connected in a forward direction. Now if you check both forward and backward, little messy here, sorry for that. So now if you check, forward and backward connection has been enabled between the node AA and new node, as well as between new node and DD also, both forward and backward connection has been enabled. So you can exit the code now. This is how we are supposed to perform insertion after a given node in a doubly linked list structure. Hope you understood this line. Pointers next to previous, you have to check pointers next means pointers next address. Pointers next address is, for example, DD means in DD's previous field, whatever the data you want to fill, this can be filled. This is how we are supposed to refer. So here two pointers are not required. In a singly linked list, while performing before a given node, we used two pointers, but here one pointer is enough because it is traversing in both the directions. So with the help of one pointer only, operations can be done in an easier way. The next case is inserting a new node before a given node, which means before a particular node we want to insert a new node. Before which node? Before the node 15 I want to insert one new node. Before the data element 15 I want to insert new value, which is 30. Create a new node. As a first step, we are supposed to create a new node. New node has been created with the 3 fields, and the address of new node is new node only. Let's start writing the pseudocode. We can directly fill new node's data field, right? So directly it can be written that new nodes data field equals to in the place of new nodes data field I can write the value which I want to insert, which is 30. Fine. Now we need to fill new nodes previous field, new nodes next field. Since I want to place it between FF and CC, FF's next field and CC's previous field needs to be changed, right? Now the next task is, here the pseudocode is for inserting a new node before a given node, before which node we want to insert, before 15 we want to insert. Now the task is to find out the node which is holding the data element 15. To traverse, we are supposed to use one pointer, and pointer would initially point the start node. Start is AA, so pointer is pointing the node AA. Next is use while loop. Since we are looking for the data element which is 15, we have to check the condition should be, we have to specify that pointer's data field is equal to num. You can stop. If it is not equal to num, we are supposed to increment the pointer, pointer equal to pointer next. We are looking for num. Here the num is what? Before 15 I want to insert. I am searching for the data element which is having the I am searching for the node which is having the data element 15. Let's check now. Check for the condition pointer's data is equal to num or not equal to num. Pointer's data is 5, num is 15, which is not equal, so increment a pointer. Check again pointer's data is 10. Here current node's data element is 10, but the number which I want to search is 15, which is not getting matched. Increment the pointer. Check pointer's data. Yes, pointer's data is 15, num is also 15, which is equal. Now pointer cannot be incremented. Come out of the loop now. After coming out of the loop, we can start filling the places: new nodes previous field, next field, pointers previous field, and pointers previous next field. All these 4 places can be filled. First let me fill the new nodes next field. In the place of new nodes next, what should come? Since I want to place it in between, which is in the next field, what should come? What is the next field, next node of the new node? It is going to be CC. CC is referred using the variable called the pointer. Shall we write like this? New nodes next equal to pointer. Pointer is pointing the node CC. So in the place of new nodes next, you can write CC. Since I have written CC here, the forward connection has been enabled between new node and the node CC. Forward connection has been enabled. Now new nodes previous field also can be filled. What should come in new nodes previous field? FF should come, right? What should come here in the previous field, which is going to act as a previous node for new node? Now after inserting this node, FF is going to act as a previous node. Where this FF is stored? In the place of pointers previous, FF is stored, right? Shall we write like this? In the place of new nodes previous, what should come? The address FF should come. Why? Because the previous node to the new node is FF. Where is this FF? How this FF can be fetched? Through this pointer variable. In the place of pointers previous field, FF is there, right? Pointer previous. In the place of new nodes previous, what is pointers previous? It is FF, so FF can be written here. Since FF has been written here, the backward connection between new node and the node FF can be enabled, right? The next step is these 2 places we are supposed to change. First we will change this place, because to refer this node we don't have any separate variable. Through this pointer variable only we are going to refer this FF's next field. So to fill this place, how this place can be referred? Shall we write like this? New nodes previous. New nodes previous is what? FF. FF's next. Shall we write like this? New nodes previous next field. New nodes previous is FF. FF next is this field. In the place of new nodes previous next, what should come? The address of new node should come. In the place of pointer, instead of writing the pointer, I have written new node. in the place of pointers, in the place of pointers previous. Pointer previous is ff next is this place, ff's next field. In the place of new pointers previous next field, new node address should come. New node. Since new node address has been written, ff's next node is going to be new node now. Now ff and cc will no more be connected, so this arrow would get disconnected. Now the backward connection between the new node and ff would be enabled. Forward connection is also enabled here. Forward and a backward connection has been enabled. So forward connection between ff and new node and backward connection between new node and ff has been enabled. The next step is changing this place. To refer this place, we have pointer variable. We can write like this. In place of pointers previous, what should come? Which is going to act as the previous node for cc after inserting the new node. This new node is going to act as the previous node to cc, right? So new node's address should come. Here write new node. Since new node address has been written, this connection would get disabled and the backward connection between cc would be enabled here. Getting the point? Since there is new node is written, new node and ff would be connected with the new node, and in the previous field of new node ff is there, so the backward connection between new node and ff would be enabled. So both backward and forward connection has been enabled between ff and new node. And now ff and cc, yes, in new node's next field cc is there, so the forward connection between new node and cc is enabled, and in cc's previous field new node is there, so the backward connection between cc and new node has been enabled here. Now the complete list is ready. We have made all the required changes. Now you can exit the code. This is how insertion can be done before a given node. Thank you.